Lots of amazing Spider-Man books like these on this edition of What's in the Press. Stick around. Hey there, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor, and I'm a comic book presser located in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, and you're watching What's in the Press, the program where I feature tons of the comics that are submitted to me by many of my awesome clients from week to week. If you love comic books and are curious about which comics are hot at the moment, then this is the place for you. I sure hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel, and if you see any comics on the show that you also own and would like to have pressed and graded, let me know in the comments section below. Also, be sure to stick around to the very end of the video to learn how you can win some free comic pressing by me, the Comic Doctor, and grading by CGC. Okay, on with the show. Okay, well, if you've been watching the show for the last few weeks, we've been featuring some books from Jack out of Markham. Jack's collection continues with some really nice, amazing Spider-Man. And here we have ASM 194 as well as ASM 136. Now, these are in no particular order. Jack also submits a great copy of ASM 121 and ASM 122. And again, if you have been watching the show, you know that these books were all previously graded, and I am in the process of taking them out of their slabs, pressing and cleaning them, and returning to Jack so they can be graded once again. Next, we have a copy of ASM 60. ASM 20 with the first appearance of the Scorpion. A really nice copy of ASM 50. Sorry, ASM 5. A great copy, a great candidate for ASM 9. Lots of defects there. I can see through the inner sleeve here. Lots of problems that can be fixed. So I'm looking forward to working on that one. ASM 101. That Morbius film is coming out soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but I believe it's been put back on the slate. ASM 54 and ASM 68. Jack also submits a great copy of Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man 64 with the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger, as well as a copy of Marvel Premiere 15 with the first appearance of Iron Fist. Also, and finally, in this batch, Tales to Astonish 101, and probably the nicest copy of Strange Tales 115 I've ever seen. It's a gorgeous, colorful copy that I'm looking forward to working on. Thank you so much for your submission, your continued submissions, Jack, and we'll continue with yours in the weeks to come. Okay, so next we have some more magazines from Joel. If you recall, we had some magazines submitted a couple of months back, and this is the final portion of that submission from Joel once again. We have this year is actually a pretty cool book, and again, I don't know much about magazines, but Joel fills me in. This one here is called The Family Circle, and this here actually, if you recognize this young lady, that is Marilyn Monroe. This is Marilyn Monroe's first appearance in a magazine, in The Family Circle. We also have a copy of Time Magazine 1954, July 26 with a Willie Mays cover. And then July 1955 with the signed cover from Yogi Berra. Next we have a copy of Time Life magazine from September 1947 with a nice front cover of Jackie Robinson. And interestingly enough, I'm actually doing the biopic unit in my film class right now. We're watching 42 this week, so perfect timing for that. We also have this copy from July. This is unbelievable. This copy of from July 1929. This book is in fantastic condition for its age. I mean, the oldest comic book I've worked on probably would be early Action Comics from the 1930s. This book predates those by 10 years, and it's in fantastic condition. Moving right along, we have a copy from 1936, a Joe DiMaggio cover, and as well from June of 1956, another Mickey Mantle. I believe that Joel submitted one or two Mickey Mantle covers in the last submission. This one's actually in even better condition. And finally, a copy of Sports Illustrated from 1984, and this is actually Michael Jordan's first magazine cover. A Star is Born in Sports Illustrated. So again, thank you for your magazine submissions, Joel. Okay, so next we have some books from Pete, and this is actually a continuation again of another larger submission. Pete submitted close to 70 books, and I break it up over the course of a few weeks. So we saw multiples of Pete's books a few weeks back. Here's another batch of his books, and here we have again some multiple copies, I believe 5 copies of Star Wars 41. That trend continues with 6 copies of Star Wars 43, 4 copies of Amazing Spider-Man 316, and Pete's multiple copy trend also continues with Amazing Spider-Man, 2 copies of Amazing Spider-Man 298, featuring the first Todd McFarlane work in an ASM book. Pete also submits a copy of Star Wars 68, Amazing Spider-Man 265 with the first Silver Sable, Marvel Team Up 141, that's a newsstand edition, Two Gun Kid 129, Amazing Spider-Man 210, the first appearance of Madam Web, Amazing Spider-Man 301, Avengers 196, with the first appearance of the Taskmaster, and finally Marvel Team Up 65, where Spidey teams up with Captain Britain. Thank you so much, Pete, for your submissions. All right, so if you're in the mood for some X-Men, you've come to the right place. Thanks to Pony's submission. Let's see what we have. We have a copy of X-Men number 9, the first meeting of the Avengers and the X-Men. X-Men 37, another first meeting. X-Men 35, where Spider-Man meets the X-Men for the first time. Nice copy of X-Men 54. X-Men 24. Here's a nice FF, giant size FF number 4. Pony also submits a copy of Uncanny X-Men 266, the first appearance of Gambit, X-Men number 1, and a copy of New Mutants number 1, signed by a whole bunch of people. I'm not sure exactly who, but quite a few. Those are just a few of Pony's books. Thank you so much, Pony, for your submission. Okay, and we finish up with some more X-Men books from local boy Brian, who submits a copy of X-Men 244 and X-Factor 24. And Brian also is a big fan of this particular book, Batman Adventures 12, with the first appearance of Harlequin. I am not sure how many copies he has, but I know it's a heck of a lot more than I own. So again, thank you for your submission, Brian. These will be done this week. All right, well, thanks to all those who submitted books to me this week. Hey, take a look, we're almost at 600 subscribers, and when I get there, a lucky comic fan will be winning some free pressing and CGC grading on me. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment to automatically be entered for your chance to win. Check out all the details in the info area below. Well, that's it for this edition of What's in the Press, my friends. Until next time, take care, and bye for now.